Yo, fam. So what's going on? So I wanted to check in, and I kind of discovered a little hack. All right, it's only worked for a short time, but I made a video on another account on my other social medias, which will not be disclosed. Hey, how's it going?
Good, and you?
Good. I'm making a video. You want to be in it?
Heck no!
Okay, just making sure. So I made a video recently, and I was explaining how throughout my whole life I have epiphanies. These epiphanies come through, and they're like life changing, but I squander those thoughts away. And it's like I feel so guilty that that is the case, but it happens more often than I would like to admit, but I'm admitting. um so yeah. um I I just had an epiphany earlier today. I was in the past few days I've been in such a bad mood, like awful mood. And I'm wondering, like, I need to figure out what's going on because I got everything I need, and my bad mood was so bad. Also, I think I got a little norovirus, right? Okay, you know, isn't that a coincidence? Right on Thanksgiving Day, norovirus. Right as I sit down to eat in my buffet, my Chinese buffet on Thanksgiving Day, my stomach was just like, wah, and I was like, whoa, it turned into a knot. Anyway, I still ate. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely gonna, but it was like right as I sat down. I didn't even like eat, but it was like, and I don't think it was the food. I think it's just because it just kind of hit. Like, I hope it was. I don't think it was, but I was, so anyways, but I was able to eat my food and I felt great, but I've just, like, last night, that's the night after, my stomach's been in a knot, like a straight knot, and I've just lost my appetite. So, and that's cool. It's like usually I'm always hungry, so it's kind of nice not to be hungry. Anyway, back to the point. The point was that these epiphanies, all right? So I was feeling sick, down on myself. Why me? Poor me. And I was like, damn, how do I get out of this? And like I kept on listening to these this like quantum book that was read by AI. I just happened to listen to it because I stumbled on the channel and it was a live feed. And anyway, it was a live feed and they're like talking about like quantum reality and stuff, and I was like, I don't know if it's true, but it was like, I usually just scroll right past that stuff, but I listened. I gave it a minute, gave it about like 20 minutes. And so I'm listening, and they're pretty much saying that the quantum trick is to control your thoughts and reality will follow. You can pretty much have that ability with everything. And because all potentials are happening at the same time with the double slit experiment, right? But depending on what we focus our attention on, that our attention manipulates reality, right? That's the idea. So if you focus your attention on the right things, then you will actually manipulate reality to your favor. And well, that's the case that they state, but I think it's all about vibes. And if you can plant a good seed of a good vibe, and it will grow. But it just takes a little bit of work, and it's not hard work. It's really just knowledge. That's what it really comes down to. Because everyone can work hard, right? But the real works that are great are a lot easier than you think, right? Yeah, I've been watching this guru dude too. Like, I don't agree with this name's like Matt or something, but he's a pretty fascinating guy. I'll scroll past him, but and that's one thing. Don't get into cults, people. Like that Chinese teacher who teaches about China and Asia and stuff. It's like he can definitely get people in a cult with cult-like thinking. And right now, and there's a lady who I saw a video. She was saying how young people, like young elementary school kids, are pretty much indoctrinated into a cult via the internet. and either you're in or out kind of thing. And so that's probably military campaigns to modify our society, right? So we need to, take care of that. Anyways, back to the point: how do we quantumly change reality, right? How do we plant that good seed? And my personal favorite is my ships are coming in. I like that phrase. It's like, oh, I can see my ships coming in, right? And with all your imagination and all your heart, just think about that. Think about your ships coming in, and get creative with it. If you want to have like the people you love around while those ships are coming in, and you can celebrate with those people, and it's definitely an experience. And yeah, and it's all about where you put your thoughts. And it's, who knows, there's a lot to be upset about and whatever, but it's, you gotta be grateful for what you do have. It's easy to get down, because especially with like the amount of knowledge and information we have, and just keeping up with the Joneses and stuff, but it's not really, that stuff doesn't really matter too much, because you put your intentions in the right place, all that stuff should come flowing right to you. All right, well, cool, guys. Monty Royal with my royal outlook on life. Thanks for joining. See you next time.